Hi, my name's Rab. I've been a foster carer for 12 years, and in that time I've looked after 44 kids. We do like long-term foster caring, and that involves kids coming to you and then staying up to, the longest that we've had was 4 years. I was in Dobies and there was a stand, and it was like recruiting for foster carers, and I went up and I says, look, I think I might be a wee bit old. I'm nearly 50. I'm interested in becoming a foster carer. And she says, you're not too old, definitely not. And she actually became my social worker once we went through the process. And I mean, it took probably a full year of the training, but not long after that, that's when we started getting placements. In the 12 years that we've done it, that's like 44, 45 kids we've looked after, had the pleasure of looking after. When we first applied to become foster carers, we went on a 6-week course. People who were foster carers at the time, and they sort of explained what happens, let you know what it's like to do it. And then you maybe do like scenarios of meeting people and how you would talk to kids and things like that, asking you what winds you up, what makes you angry. They're basically assessing you as a couple, as a person, just to see how things would work and how you would do as a foster carer. We started, there was a group of 8 couples, and when it finished there was 3 couples left. Out of the 3 couples, there was only two couples went on to become foster carers, myself and my wife being one couple. After you do this, you get like loads of forms and you fill them all in. It's basically just a big questionnaire that you fill in, and they then assess it. They are looking to get the right people to look after these children. The support you get and the training you get from Midlothian Council is really good. You have to do all different aspects of training. You've got to understand why kids are needing help and how to help them, and the social workers are there to help you, so always look to them. It is a job, so I mean, you do get paid for doing it. You get clothing allowances, you get allowances for feeding them, giving them food, they get pocket money. I mean, everything's covered. You get mileage for taking them to school. It is a well-paid job. When I first started, I was a private hire taxi driver, and I did that for the first 5 years, sort of juggling both. My wife works full-time as well. She works in a pharmacy. When my wife was working, I didn't work, so I looked after the kids. And then when my wife came back, I started working again. And after 5 years, I says, no, this is getting too much, and I'm not wanting to stop fostering because I love doing it. So I stopped doing the taxis. So I mean, you can do both. You can work around it because parents have kids and they work, so you can foster and have a full-time job as well. Looking after teenagers is like completely different from looking after toddlers and babies. Teenagers can be difficult, but they can also be fun. We really enjoyed looking after the teenagers. It was rewarding as well, seeing them achieving. One boy, he wouldn't go to mainstream school, and his attendance went from 0 to 100%, and you could see him realising, you know, oh, I can go to school, you know, and that he really enjoyed it after that. And it wasn't mainstream school, it was like he went and he only did English, maths and history. Didn't have the pressure of a big classroom, and I think that was the big problem with high school. You've got to expect to be sort of knocked down before you can build it up. I mean, there's so many times that you think you're getting somewhere with teenagers, and then suddenly it just all collapses. But you've got to pick yourself up and say, right, we've been there before, we can do this again. So if you've got those qualities, yeah, go for it. Teenagers can be so rewarding, and seeing them going from, like, you know, no confidence in themselves to sort of, oh yeah, I can do that. I've got somebody behind me that's going to look after me and make sure I can do things. I've been fostering for 12 years now, and I've loved every minute of it. Whether the kids are with you for 6 days or 6 years, you know, you've got to let them into your heart, and if you do, it can be so rewarding. You can see them blossom and thrive. So if you want to see that, become a foster carer.